fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're just freaked out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. Now, before I do begin this video, this series has been on my radar and on my list for a long time. I believe before I was over 1,000 subs. However, with it being a sub-anime, I could not sit down and watch it. But I've recently gotten at least halfway through it right now. I couldn't sit down and watch it on a TV because I just want to move around and do all that, but whenever I lay down and watch it on my laptop, it's a lot better. It's a lot easier for me to focus. Now, with that being said, whenever I was cracking open cans, back in the old days of my channel, somebody guessed this what if. And, to whoever did guess it correctly, I'm trying to remember their name, this one I did not forget about. It just took me some time. But anyways, there will be the Mafia. Deku will go to UA for some time, and there will be other things. If you guys do not know this series, it's very weird right now. Anyways, let us begin. We will start with Midoriya's family. Midoriya's dad. He is somewhat of an informant, you could say, or an outside advisor to the Mafia. And he does work directly with Vangola 9. Vangola 9 is a Mafia boss for a Mafia family. A very rich, strong, and powerful organization that works all around the world. Now, with that being said, we will cut to a couple years later after Hisashi has had his kids, or his son, Izuku. Hisashi does think that Midoriya will have his fire-breathing quirk. Along with that, he does actually just wonder, if his son does have his quirk, then he might be able to live somewhat of a normal life, stay out of the one he's been involved in, and most likely never join the Mafia. However, that is proven to be wrong. Izuku is diagnosed as quirkless. And, well, one day, Hisashi does notice some strange things about Midoriya. And Vangola 9 does come to visit. Whenever he does see Hisashi and his loving family, he does feel somewhat of a sense of happiness. However, hearing that the boy has been recently diagnosed as quirkless does seem to be a bit shattering to his spirit. Now, Midoriya, he does still want to be a hero. However, he is told by his mother that is most likely not a possibility anymore. She didn't tell him that directly, but that is most likely what he has thought at the time. However, Vangola 9 did explain to Midoriya that his dreams aren't too far out of the reach of possibility, and that he just needs to keep his chin up. Those being the final words Vangola 9 leaves Midoriya with. Now, with that being said, everything up to the point of Midoriya being 13 years old would stay the same as in canon. Except for one thing. The final day of middle school. Or no, until he's technically 14. Yet I believe that would work. Now, everything would stay the same up until then. And Midoriya, he is in class, taking notes and doing what he was doing during canon. Geez, I have not watched the anime in a long time. Going by canon is weird. Anyways, now, when Midoriya is writing some things down, he actually does go to pack up his bags. As soon as he does go to grab his notebook and drag it over into his backpack, somebody else does grab the other end of it. This being Bakugo, who then informs him that he's not going anywhere. Bakugo just gave that back to me. Oh, really? Or what else are you gonna do? Bakugo says, kicking the chair over and ripping the notebook from Midoriya's hands, before opening it up. Look at all this. Pro Hero, let's see. Midnight, okay. Mount Lady, All Might. Oh, that's hilarious. Look at this, he even has the records of his Pro Hero youth. Even the number of people he saved during him randomly listing off an incident. Before flipping through the pages once again. Now, Bakugo does say that those are pretty good, but they still won't hold a candle to what he's going to do in his Pro Hero career. Midoriya asking Bakugo to simply give him that back. Bakugo walking over to the window before blowing it up and tossing it out. However, Midoriya, him being surprised by this, does actually go to jump and get it. As soon as he does jump out the window, he grabs onto the notebook. Him happy and excited for a second, before realizing what he just did. Now, Bakugo, he did see that. Him looking shocked, confused, and worried. And Midoriya does begin to fall. As Midoriya is falling, he's simply just thinking, this is really how he's going to die. This can't be it. This is really what his life boils down to. Him regretting quite a lot of things he's done. Now, meanwhile, roughly about on the top of the building, you do have a small little man who draws his gun and takes aim before firing a bullet. The gunshot ringing out as Midoriya, he is hit by it. And he does actually see the gunman before a flame does appear on his head. And Midoriya, he goes smashing down into the ground before rolling backwards and smashing into a wall. Midoriya quickly having his clothes start to burn off, before he does just look up. Now, as soon as that does happen, Midoriya, he actually does have the flame disappear. And he's looking around confused, before looking down at his notebook and trying to put out the flames that are covering it. It's being burnt worse than in canon, since the entire right side of it is almost unsalvageable. Now, along with that, everyone who did see that, they were shocked, and quite frankly, just surprised. Bakugo running outside, and running through a crowd, before yelling at Midoriya, who's currently being covered by a teacher's jacket, and at least, well, let's see, a random pair of sweats they got from the gym. He's screaming out that Midoriya has a quirk. He lied to him this whole time, and he's been bullshitting him. Bakugo yelling out that he just thought he was weak, isn't that right? Midoriya still confused, looking down at his hands. No, that wasn't him. He doesn't know what that was. Looking back at the damage he caused, bringing his hand up, and going to touch the spot where he smashed at on the wall. As soon as he does, the piece of concrete actually just fall off. Midoriya jerking his hand back confused. People beginning to talk about it, and actually spread a little bit of a rumor. Midoriya, whenever he threw himself out of a window, he not only damaged the floor upon landing, but he also broke through a metal pillar and was left unharmed. Many different people thinking about Midoriya's quirk. Does he have a durability-based quirk? No, if he did, his skin would have hardened, right? Or no, it's an enhancement. Is he just that strong? No, that cannot be it. There's no way that Midoriya would be that strong. He's so scrawny and weak. The guy doesn't even train. Now, with that, Midoriya is heading home. Midoriya heading home a bit later than in canon, and avoiding the sludge villain incident with All Might. All Might catching the sludge villain a little bit later down the block, or a little bit of ways down the block, or quite possibly in the tunnel. Since All Might wouldn't really, well, actually I want to say the sludge villain would not have really ran. He probably would have been more concerned about which direction he ran in. Honestly, that guy does not seem very smart. No. With that being said, Midoriya does get home and begin to try and talk to his mother, talking about this strange thing that happened to him, along with a small man he saw. Midoriya being shocked and surprised whenever that same small man is sitting down at the kitchen table, sipping a cup of coffee. Before Inko does begin a small explanation. This man just so happens to be somebody that his father does know. Midoriya is surprised. Dad? Who is this guy? The man introducing himself as Reborn, and beginning by asking Midoriya one simple question. Did he have anything strange happen to him today? Uh, yeah, I did. I think I have a quirk. Seriously, what happened to me though? It was strange. It was odd. Can I do that again? The small man going on to state that he cannot do that again without a little bit of help. Even then, if he does try, he would most likely probably die. Midoriya taken aback by that. He didn't say that out loud, did he? Now, the small man does begin to instruct him, as he does actually walk Midoriya outside and begin an explanation. Midoriya's father, he works with the Mafia, and Midoriya, he has been chosen. Huh? Wait, my dad works with the Mafia? Reborn smacked him across the face before informing him to keep up. Listen, you have been chosen to be the next Vangola boss. Now, the reason why you are going to be the boss will be quite simple. You possess the Dying Will, or a Sky Flame if you want to be more precise. Midoriya is still confused. Before the man goes on explaining, Midoriya wants to be a pro hero, yes? Yeah. Well now, I'm going to give you the opportunity to tap into your power. Along with that, I will train you to take Vangola 9's place. Do you understand now? Sure. But I'm not really going to be part of the Mafia, am I? No, I can't be. That'd just be kind of weird. Even then, a pro hero and a Mafia guy? Mafia gangster? That would just be insane. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. But if I can get that power, I can be a good pro. Reborn going on to state that Midoriya, he would have to train for a very long time. And understand this. he needs to have confidence in himself and in his abilities. Along with that, there's the fact that this will not be easy. Now, the two will begin training and undergo quite a lot of difficulties. However, if you guys have not seen the actual show, well, let me just say this. Over the next 10 to 11 months, there would be a lot of stuff happening. Reborn trying to tutor Midoriya and finding out that he's naturally smart. And that's not really being a problem. Midoriya, his grades would be better than Suna's. Or basically the guy from the actual show. Seriously, that guy has bad fucking grades. What the hell? Jesus fuck's sake. Like, the guy scores 26 out of 100 on a test. And that's when he's guessing. Let alone trying to study. Anyways, now, that would not really be a problem. Physically training him would be. Since this promise of power, it is similar to canon, but the way he obtains it and gets it would be different. Now, with that being said, I do believe that I can leave this off of here, actually. This does feel a bit short. I guess I can call this a part 0 then. Anyway, guys, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.